I just watched an unbelievable freakout where an argument between two boat captains escalates to piracy, basically, where one of the dudes boards the other vessel like he's playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It's like a scene out of Pirates of the Caribbean before they added in all of VFX. It's so fascinating how this dude just blew a gasket, had a conniption, over a problem he himself caused. He was the genesis of this entire thing. And yes, the other guy was saying mean words back to him in this argument, but that doesn't give him the right to board that boat and try and fucking start swashbuckling with the guy. So the name of the loose cannon captain is Brock Horner. People are calling him Brock Horny Horner, and he has a very interesting lore. Quite a rap sheet, which we'll get into towards the end. I want to show you the video first. He boarded the boat of someone named Gage, and Gage captured this entire interaction on video and posted it for everyone to see.
What, like 5 in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cussing me out?
Nah, that was the dude in that boat.
No?
Were you the one that came through the middle of the bridge? Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I was here, but you ran in front of the other dude over there.
You were cussing me out, dude.
Bro, you ran right through the middle of the bridge while we were all fishing.
In the middle of the fucking night, the guy didn't have any lights on.
Bro, we were all fishing here. The fucking.
He didn't have any lights on.
All right, bro. I'm not gonna do this with you, bro. I'm not gonna fucking do this with you, bro. Like, it's not the right time, bro.
You know the laws?
Bro, you can't come flying through the middle of the fucking bridge, bro.
Bullshit. Yes, I can.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
So a bit of the background. Brock Horner is a charter captain, and he's got some people out with him. Two of the people on this boat have apparently come forward. I've watched 2 TikTok videos from 2 different people claiming that they were on this boat. Both of them condemning Brock in a big way. They did not like him at all. And they also corroborate that this started when Brock drove his boat really fast under that bridge there, and now he's accusing Gage of cussing him out after he did that. Gage is saying, no, that wasn't me, that was a different boat up there, you disrupted all of us. And Brock believes that it's Gage, and Gage didn't have his lights on, but Gage is saying, no, brother, that wasn't me, that was that guy that cussed you out. But now Gage is getting angry because now Brock is attacking him, so now Gage is cussing him out, for sure, because Brock is looking like a fucking fool right now. He's looking like a full clown.
What are you trying to do, bro?
What am I trying to
What are you trying to do, bro?
You want to fucking go?
I don't want to fucking go. I want you to get the fuck out of here.
Big tough guy?
Tough guy? You pulled up on me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
Nah, shit. I'm fishing, you fucking... Like, bro, get out of here. Like, what? What are you trying to do? Act like a tough guy in front of your buddies?
No, I'm not. Dude, all these motherfuckers know I'm tough, motherfucker.
Bro, all right, bro.
I will always love that statement, like, no, I'm tough, I am tough, because I'm telling you I'm tough, and everyone here knows it. I'm the toughest there is, and you don't tussle with the muscle. I'm so fucking tough, I'll eat a bowl of rusty nails right now and put 2 fingers in my butt. Well, how about that, huh? What do you feel about that? Like, that's shit Wes Watson does, Pegged Watson. He literally talks like Wes Watson.
You know what?
Get going, bro.
We're all fucking war veterans. We're all raised.
Well, thank you for your service, bro.
And you're gonna talk shit.
Thank you for your service, bro. But that doesn't give you the right.
Pussy ass fuck.
All right, bro. All right, whatever. I appreciate you for your service, bro. But you don't got to run through the middle of the bridge, bro.
Dude, if your guy doesn't have his fucking lights
That's
on,
not my guy, bro. That's just another fucking dude, bro.
you have to have lights on.
My lights were on, bro.
Motherfucking lights.
My lights were on.
Somebody hits you, guess what the fuck happens? You die, nothing happens to me.
Right, okay, bro. Keep thinking that.
No, that's the fucking truth, dude.
All right, bro. Keep thinking that.
Put your fucking lights on.
Bro, my lights were on. I wasn't sitting there. Okay, that's not my dude, bro.
As is common for the current day and age, there's a lot of people on Brock's side saying the kid brought it on himself. He's clearly in the wrong. Which I don't know how you can go through life with a poisoned mind like that. That is craziness. That anyone can see this and think Brock is acting rationally or reasonably in any fashion whatsoever. He is out here yelling and screaming, hooting and hollering at this guy whom he doesn't even know if it was the same guy that cussed him out earlier, even though Brock was the one that caused all this hoopla According to someone who claims to be on that boat, he was going around 60 under that bridge, busting ass, zooming under that bridge, and now someone cussing him out has hurt his feelings. The mean words disrupted his sensitive skin, so now he's back for round 2, the dessert, to try and, you know, puff out his chest on the guy. A guy, by the way, that he cannot even confirm is the right target for his anger. So he comes out and is like treating this like an Xbox Live lobby with all of this screaming at someone he thinks might have been the same guy. Now, I'm inclined to believe Gage's claim that it was somebody else out there that cussed him out after Brock flew through, and that Gage did have his lights on. I'm inclined to believe his story over Brock, because Brock's not even sure, nor are the two people that spoke in the TikTok video. They don't know if it was the same guy either. But regardless, the way he's acting, even if it was Gage, is totally unreasonable.
Get the fuck out for it!
Bro, I said, bro, you almost fucking hit him. The other dude was fucking cussing you out.
I almost hit him because he didn't have his motherfucking lights on!
Bro, you shouldn't come flying through the middle of the bridge. You know people fish here, bro.
Dude.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know if that's what you want to hear, bro.
Yeah, you should apologize, motherfucker.
But, bro.
You're on the water more than you can possibly fathom in your wild motherfucking dream.
Me too, bro. I'm out here all the time, bro.
I'm 300 days a year on the motherfucking water.
All right, bro.
Every day, I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet in your motherfucking life.
All right, bro.
If you cuss me out.
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Please, bro.
As he's making the statement that he is the best charter captain you'll ever see in your motherfucking life, he is literally boarding this guy's boat. That is, by law, piracy. That's an act of piracy, basically. At least from everything I've read. I'm the best captain, as he's fucking getting ready to get on the guy's ship like he's playing fucking Sea of Thieves. Keep in mind, Brock is doing this in front of customers. In front of people on his ship that have paid to be there. Or one of them has claimed that he was filming for Brock for his content. And both of the people that spoke out claiming to be on this boat said that they got no bites all day, so they didn't even get content, he said. But you can see not a single one of them's making a peep here. They are beyond embarrassed. They don't even want their faces to be seen. Like, all of them are looking straight down like it's a fucking funeral service. And the two that have claimed to be there and have spoken out both say that they're really regretful for not stopping this maniac. So, it's just... it's absolute lunacy. So the dude is now, he has fully boarded the other boat. So now Gage has an unwanted, unruly passenger on his boat as he's trying to, like, get away.
Please, okay, please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Bro, I'm a kid, bro. Please.
Apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
You're gonna cuss me the fuck out.
All right, bro.
In the middle of the
no, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro.
Back to my boat.
Okay. Please.
Fucking apologize.
I'm sorry, bro. That was not me, bro.
Yes, it was.
I know I was here, but my buddy was on the boat.
Back to my
yes,
fucking
sir.
boat.
I'm a kid, bro. Please, bro.
I don't care. You don't cuss me
Yes,
the fuck
sir.
out.
All right.
And talk shit to me, motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
You don't do it.
Now, it's been a while since I've gone fishing. I, in my old age, get very bad motion sickness, so I don't really get out on the water much anymore. But when I used to be far more active out there, every time we'd go out, our captain would carry. It was pretty common. And in a situation like this, Gage is clearly fearing for his fucking life here. Brock is lucky Gage wasn't carrying, because I feel like he would have had a really strong case blasting him after he boarded his fucking boat. That is unbelievably reckless and dangerous. I cannot believe someone that spends 300 days a year as one of the best fucking charter captains the globe has ever seen. He is the Davy Jones of the sea. How he would actually do something like this. Because it's an unhinged action that could have very well have gotten him killed as well. But anyway, Gage is obviously very afraid here. He is now trapped on his boat with this guy who is freaking out, and Gage is now panicking and he's apologizing profusely, and he does change his story here saying like, no, it was my friend, you know, and now he's like, earlier he was saying it was just a guy, not his dude. So like, it's possible that it really was someone he knew that said it earlier, or maybe he's making it up and he did say it earlier, but I really feel like it doesn't matter in any case here because, again, Brock is the one that blew through there way too fast. It does seem like the lights were on, at least according to everything I've seen. So whether or not it was Gage or some mystery boater or a friend of Gage who cussed out Brock, it doesn't matter because Brock's response to it is so outrageous, so over the top, that it can only be him at fault here.
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't, like, cussing you out, though, bro.
Yes, you were, dude.
I was driving the boat. Okay.
Did you not call me a fucking faggot?
No, bro.
Yes,
that was
you did,
that was my friend on the. Okay, I'm sorry, bro.
That was your friend on the boat.
I'm sorry, bro.
You, your motherfucking friend, are look at it and come
Yes,
on
sir.
your side and fuck you both up.
Yes, sir.
Do it again and watch what fucking happens.
Get back on this boat.
Don't fucking do it again.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty much where the confrontation ends. I want to show you a statement from Brock's lawyer in just a moment, as well as his previous criminal history and a couple of other really interesting tidbits. But before doing that, I want to mention that I've seen a lot of people saying that Gage was a coward for the way he acted after Brock boarded his boat. I think that is so fucking stupid. Like, the people saying that are the same people that probably tremble and piss their britches when the waitress asks them what they want to eat off of the fucking entree menu. Like, there is no one here in their right mind that would think that what Gage did here was a bad call. He is doing everything he can to de-escalate the situation and get the fuck out of there. That is what you should do here. This guy is claimed to be a combat veteran. What, is he supposed to scrap with him? Gage is not a fighter. He's made it clear he does not want to do that. So what's he supposed to do? Fucking scrap with him in the middle of the ocean here and get left for dead out there? Get his ass beat and throw in the water left for dead? It's stupid. That's a really dumb thing to criticize him for. And another thing, there was like 4 or 5 other dudes on the ship that Brock abandoned. Like, yeah, let's say he was able to get the best of this goober. Like, he took down Brock on his own ship. Well, who's to say the other 4 or 5 guys wouldn't then get involved and start fucking jumping him? Or maybe they have weapons. And, like, it's so stupid to say that he did, like, a cowardly thing here. He did the thing that he thought gave him the best chance at surviving, which was just playing along and de-escalating. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I do think there's something wrong with Brock Horner himself. He's not the superstar, top-of-the-line, absolute best fucking charter captain this world's ever seen. He's no angel. I'll put up a couple of his charges here that I've seen floating around since this story broke, but I would also like you to hear from his side with a message from his attorney. This statement comes from someone who is both Brock Horner's attorney and his friend, and basically he's saying that Brock is sincerely sorry, he apologizes to Gage and Gage's family, and pretty much anyone that put their peepers on the video, commends Gage for the way he handled the situation so it didn't get worse, and that this doesn't represent who Brock is. And since this video went viral, his business has been destroyed, and his reputation is damaged, and his family has been harassed and threatened. And that some people have questioned his military service and accused him of stolen valor. It then goes on to say that he's a decorated combat veteran who was severely injured in Afghanistan, and basically saying that the stolen valor claims are complete baloney, but that he's not using it as an excuse, even saying that's not an excuse, but it's part of his story. Now, before getting more into the meat and potatoes behind that statement, I will briefly mention that stolen valor claim, because that was a big thing I saw people discussing. Is this actually a case of stolen valor? And I'm not sure. I've seen quite a lot of information conflicting on this topic here, but the big one I see float around is that he was in the Army, but his position was a human resources analyst, not a combat veteran. I haven't, again, I have no idea if this actually is a case of stolen valor or not, but it has been a big discussion point, and I don't know if it's actual stolen valor, if he was a human resource analyst or what. But that's why that was mentioned in that statement from the attorney. I have no clue whether or not it truly is stolen valor. But what I do know is true is that his business is in the shitter. It went straight into the gutter as a result of this. And it's not like that's without warrant. Why would you want a charter captain who's one mean word away from fucking blowing his lid off and literally charging a stranger? That puts your life in jeopardy too. You do not want to go out to sea with someone that unhinged. It makes sense why people would stop doing business with him and why his business would be damaged so much from a video like this coming out. Like, that checks out. I've also seen quite a few posts about things that he is apparently selling now as a result of all this, so there's been people kind of clowning on him, going, here's the best goddamn charter boat captain in Florida, maybe the world, who's on the water 300 fucking days a year, a combat war veteran with the esteemed Army Rangers. He has been vetted and it has been determined that this is a lie. He was the best goddamn E3 human resources analyst the U.S. Army ever trained. Tarpon Coast Fishing Charters Captain Brock Horny Horner. And then pictures and information about a lot of things that he is allegedly now putting up for sale. Again, I don't know if that human resource analyst claim is true or not. I can't find definitive proof on, you know, what actually is the story with his background in the service or anything like that. But regardless, the way he behaved, there is no excuse for, there is no justification for whatsoever. Yeah, again, even if Gage was the one behind all of it, his lights were off, he did cuss out Brock. Even if that is all Gage, the way Brock responded to it is still completely unacceptable. Like, 100% unacceptable. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because it was such an interesting rabbit hole I dived down. So, like I mentioned, 2 of the people that claim to be on that boat have made TikToks talking about it. So, just a crazy freak out. Anyway, that's really about it. So, yeah. I wanted to take a trip down memory lane today and look at an old legend. The world's chillest man. Tony Tovar was in a situation where his local bar was being robbed at gunpoint and things didn't quite go as the robber planned. This happened in late 2019, and I think once COVID hit in 2020, a lot of people seem to have forgotten who the world's chillest man is, and I want this to serve as a reminder because the COVID era is like the Void Century from One Piece, and I haven't seen anyone mention Tony's name in a long time, and that's just not right.
He's the guy who became a national sensation as the world's chillest man.
Sometimes you just have to stand up to punks like that.
Tony Tovar just nonchalantly sat there, lighting up his cigarette as his favorite neighborhood bar was robbed.
I'll show you some clips from the full security camera footage in a moment because I don't think the Inside Edition Supercut does it justice with how badass this is. He is the Zen master. Tony is cooler than the other side of the pillow. He's just got ice in his veins. I don't think his heart rate ever went above 70 BPM. And it's not like the robber came in here with like a handgun or anything. He blasted into the Thunderdome here with a fucking boomstick. He's got the lumber. And yet, Tony doesn't give a fuck. This guy entered his domain. He's not trapped in here with the robber's trapped in here with Tony. This is when Tony's first alerted to the robber's presence here with the gun. You can't really see the exclamation point go over Tony's head like in Metal Gear because he's just not even like bothered at all. He's been alerted but doesn't give a fuck. Everyone around him starts ducking and complying, the safest thing you can do, but Tony's built a little different, so he's just going, to the wind with that. That's for the birds. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll and see if my team won with the recent game scores. And then he gets the gun shoved into his ribs. The robber tries to take his phone and Tony says, nope, not on my watch, Buster, and rips it back. That's just actual anime protagonist energy right there. Like, his power level is so far above the robbers that he just doesn't even register it as a real threat. It's just somewhat of a nuisance to Tony here. It's just crazy because this guy comes in here with a big gun. Like, we're not talking noisy cricket out of Men in Black. We're talking, like, meat. This guy comes in here with a big gun, and Tony's just more relaxed than anything. It looks like he's listening to ASMR. Like, he's dozing off here. It's just no big deal to him.
Tovar looked cool as a cucumber as the other patrons at Bierman's Bar in St. Louis followed the robber's orders and hit the deck. He puts the barrel of that gun into your rib cage. What's going through your mind?
He was reaching for my phone at the same time, so what was going for my mind is, no, this is not going to happen.
That's just a menacing aura right there. I'm honestly impressed the robber didn't just leave after Tony took his phone back. Like, that is just, like, that's actually scary. Tony's just like, so he's reaching for my phone, and I said, nope, that's just not going to happen.
The surveillance video is silent. Now, Tovar is revealing what words were exchanged during his scary encounter.
He actually asked me, I need the money out of your wallet. I just said, I got $2 in my wallet and that's for my next beer. I actually told him, hey, since you're back there, get me a beer. He looked at me and says, "No, get your own beer."
Not only does Tony shake off the robber with the gun in his ribs like he's bulletproof, he starts shit-talking him. He starts going like Xbox Live mode. He's just taking the piss here. Like, of course, the surveillance camera is silent, so there's no way to know for sure if that's what he said, but I trust him. I really do. Like, I imagine he actually did say that, because he does say something. You can see it in the surveillance camera footage. He does say something to the robber when he's behind the bar after lighting up a cigarette. And I love the way he tells the story, too. He's just like, yeah, you know, so told him, might as well make me a beer, right? And then I wrote his name in the death note. Also, I've got to say, God bless that bar's prices. If you're getting $2 beers there, you hold on to that tight. That's precious. I can't remember the last time there was a beer for $2 at any place I've been in Tampa. The amount of time Tony had this gun just pointed right at his face is just frightening. And yet Tony doesn't flinch at all, just lighting up the cigarette right in front of him. It just oozes intimidation, like his spiritual pressure like a character out of Bleach is on another level here. Now, obviously, this is the most dangerous way imaginable of handling a situation like this. It's extraordinarily lucky that Tony didn't end up just getting shot and killed here. It's extremely lucky that no one was hurt in this entire situation here. And I do want to mention the guy next to Tony. So as you can see, he's getting the gun shoved into his back to bring his wallet out and give him the money inside of it, which he does. He complies, which is the right thing to do. And then moments later, he also lights up a cigarette just like Tony. So now you have two dudes here just kind of hard fucking chilling, smoking a cigarette during this robbery. I guess Tony was just giving out chill pills, and this dude's like, alright, you know what, I'll just go ahead and start smoking a cigarette too, you know, no reason to stress.
After taking money from other patrons, the robber forced the bartender to open the cash register. He took all the money, $200 in total. All the while, Tovar just sits there taking it all in. His advice for anyone else who finds themselves in a similar situation: don't do what he did.
If you don't want to get hurt and you're not sure, comply.
He is absolutely right. Tony's behavior here should not be emulated under any circumstances. The best thing you can do is comply, because it's just not worth getting killed over. You never know how unhinged the other person is. Like I said, Tony just got extremely lucky here. Like, this easily could have gone much, much worse, and it's just very fortunate that it didn't. Now, Tony seems like a great guy. Inside Edition actually did a follow-up with Tony the year after this happened, just to kind of see how he's doing and what's going on, and he just seems like a legitimate sweetheart.
Tony's been a master mechanic for 38 years, and currently works at Century Tire and Auto in St. Louis, Missouri. His boss agrees with the headlines seen on Inside Edition's YouTube channel more than 50 million times.
Tony is the world's chillest man.
A master mechanic and a master at chilling. Even his boss seems like a super cool character. I love the way he comes in and says, Tony is the world's chillest man. It reminds me of like an old radio show host. Behold, the man who can chill under any circumstances, in a pool of sharks, in a pool of lava, in a pool. He can chill anywhere, in the face of bullets, the face of cannons. You can't stop him from chilling. I don't know, he just seems cool.
Inside this bar behind me is a regular watering hole.
I lived right there.
There are local neighbors that depend on coming here and feeling that they're safe, to have their refreshments, and to not be bothered.
Is there anything more wholesome? Just a mechanic and his boss and his friends going to the local bar just to shoot the shit.
Tony wants people to know that even though he seems untroubled by danger, he fought to have this seat at the bar.
I'm a very honest person, forthright, hardworking, and nobody is going to take what I have worked hard for, under any circumstances.
As for the suspect in the armed robbery case, Kevin Moore pleaded not guilty to charges against him. He remains behind bars as he's being held with no bond.
He actually wrote a letter while he was incarcerated and apologized to the bar. And we put that letter on the wall. And people ask me, well, what do you think about him? I said, you know what? If I met him again today, I'd ask him to pray with me.
Amen. And that's the most recent update I can find on Tony Tovar. That's just, I don't know, it's just so sweet. They then frame the apology note from the robber. Like, what the fuck? That's so cool. Again, definitely like the worst way ever of handling a robbery situation, because he could have just been shot and killed for it, but he didn't. And he seems like a really wholesome guy, and, you know, he's still earned that title, the world's chillest man. It's been quite a few years now, and I can't think of a more chill man in the world, at least none that pops into my head immediately. So yeah, I just wanted to tell the story of Tony Tovar, because it's been quite a while, and I haven't seen his name around in a long time. I hope he's doing well, I hope the bar is still doing well, and it's safe, and everyone there is safe. That's really about it. So yeah. The other day on stream, I read about a story that's been weighing on my mind ever since. I can't stop thinking about it just because of how ridiculous it is, so I want to share it with all of you. It was a road rage incident in New Zealand, and at this point in my life, I feel like New Zealand is a second home to me because Troy, the other half of the Gentlemen, our music project, lives there. He is a born and raised Kiwi, and I keep up with a lot of New Zealand news, so when I see stories like this, there's like a sense of like disappointment and dread, like, come on, New Zealand, you're better than this. But anyway, in this road rage incident, the driver of a vehicle got very upset at a dog walker, so much so that he grabbed a sword from his car and started trying to carve him up with it, basically. He hit him with like a Mortal Kombat 1 Kinshi fatality. He left him with nearly fatal injuries. It was a miracle that the victim survived, thanks to timely intervention from his son. And it's worth noting that the, last samurai here did this with his wife and child in the vehicle, nearly murdered a man in front of them over absolutely nothing. But what makes this story stand out as an affront to God is the fact that the judge ruled that the punishment for the attacker would be 10 months of home detention and 100 hours of community service. He literally said, "Go home, Buster. That's it." No, it's a complete miscarriage of justice here. He gets grounded after nearly murdering a man with a fucking sword. Like, he's been studying the blade, unleashes his forbidden jutsu here, like Demon Slayer shit. He gets out his degenerate breathing techniques, nearly kills this guy in cold blood, and the judge says, "You're grounded." That's crazy to me. He got the same punishment a high school student would if his parents caught him with weed. Like, it blows my mind that he can almost murder somebody with a fucking sword in an act that the judge fully recognizes was madness, cowardly, nearly fatal, and recognizes the severity of it, and then still says, "Just go home." I don't know. The whole thing is baffling, so I just want to share this story with all of you because it is a weird one. You read about the Tesla driver who sliced another driver with a samurai sword in road rage in New Zealand. Man got him with the Bushido arts. Jesus Christ. No, I did not see that. Samurai sword road rage. Man gets home detention for callous and cowardly attack on dog walker. A motorist who... Here, I'll just pull it up on stream. This sounds crazy. A motorist who took a samurai sword to a dog walker in an Auckland road rage incident has been sentenced to home detention. It's not like punishment. Go home. A man was left with chunks of flesh and bone carved out of him after a brutal attack where a driver got out of his car and attacked him with a sword, leaving the pedestrian bleeding in a ditch. The victim, who was walking his dog, survived the attack thanks to his son, who found him and gave him first aid. But the seriousness of the injuries sustained by the victim have left the tradie with lifelong injuries and unable to work. Much to the dismay of the victim's family, Judge Mina Warpuri on Tuesday announced Darren Clark to 10 months home detention, 100 hours of community work, and to pay $5,000 after pleading guilty to causing grievous bodily harm with intent to injure. That's not justice. That's a joke. What in the world? Ruin this guy's life with a samurai sword, and he gets 100 hours of community service and 10 months at home. That's crazy. That's actually insano-style nonsense. Judge Warpuri said the attack was both premeditated and impulsive, but that injuries weren't foreseeable as he had struck him with the scabbard on the blade. Like, just look at what he's saying. In handing down his sentence, Judge Warpery praised the actions of the victim's son. Without his timely intervention, it is highly likely your victim would have succumbed to blood loss and died from injuries, and yet the person who perpetrated the attack only gets house arrest for 10 months? I want to go over the severity of the attack here, because it's brutal. So let's go ahead and read about exactly what happened and what the effects were, because the victim's life has forever changed. He can now no longer even do the job that he was doing prior to the attack. The victim was 55 at the time of the attack, and he spotted Clark's Tesla approaching. He stood in the middle lane, motioning for the vehicle to slow down, and tapped the Tesla's roof with his palm as Clark steered the vehicle around him. Clark had his wife and young children with him in the car. He stopped the vehicle, grabbed the sheathed samurai sword, which he claimed to keep in the vehicle for protection, which is a wild thing for protection. Usually it's like a baseball bat or something. This man, for some reason, must have watched one anime and said, that's better than a baseball bat, and then made the switch. But anyway, he gets his sword, he starts swinging the weapon in a downward directional angle, which he described to police as being 50% force. I swear to God, this guy is actually just a weeb. Now he's just making up things. I was only using 50% of my power. He's lucky I didn't go Ultra Instinct plus Ultra on his ass. But it was enough to shatter the sheath on impact and inflict major damage as it sliced through the victim's upper body. He suffered a deep laceration to his neck, down to the bone, without hitting the spinal cord. The complainant's jaw was broken and his facial muscles and nerves were severed. The sword also cleaved a large chunk of flesh and bone from his left shoulder, which required emergency surgery and skin grafts, and also severed tendons in his left hand. The victim then fell into the ditch on the side of the road and Clark drove away. He tried to call for help but was unable to unlock his phone because of all the blood. He was found minutes later by his son who was driving home. And then it talks about the lasting effects. He still suffers facial drooping, speech impediment, ringing in his ears, and can't fully lift his arm because of the severed tendons, which means he can no longer work the profession he dedicated his adult life to. And that profession was an electrician, from what I've read. So his life has forever changed as a result of this. And the attacker, his life was basically a vacation. He just stays at home for 10 months. Like, that's something people do on purpose. Like, for fun. Like, that's just, I don't know, that blows my mind. So apparently the reason they were so light on the sentencing here is because the attacker argued he didn't know that the scabbard broke, and when his wife told him that she had seen a bunch of blood, he panicked, dropped his family off, who was crying and screaming because the young children in his car just witnessed their father go fucking psycho mode. So he claims he dropped them off after realizing the scabbard had broken. He went back to look for the victim, but paramedics and everyone had already shown up, and then he turned himself in. So they're saying that he's expressing deep remorse for what he's done here, and that's why it's so light on sentencing, but I don't think that changes anything. If this guy is fully capable of doing something like this, he's not safe to be around. He's not safe to be in the public like this. For something so small, like having the roof of your Tesla tapped to nearly kill a man over it is ridiculous. Like, I understand the sword was sheathed at the time, but it doesn't take a lot to break that, clearly. And even still, even if it's sheathed, hitting someone with a blunt object, like a sword sheath, is also enough to kill someone as well. But man, they really put a lot of stock into apologies in New Zealand court, it seems, because that was cited here that he wrote like a letter of apology, and man, that must have been the most beautifully written letter of all time, up there with some of Shakespeare's best work, in order to get out of a serious sentence for nearly murdering someone. But yeah, I've been thinking about this story a lot just because I still can't fully process why the sentencing would be so light on something so severe and so mad and brutal. But yeah, I just wanted to share this story with all of you because I've thought about it a lot recently, and that's really about it. So yeah. I've seen a lot of gross videos on the internet. Usually nothing phases me, and I know that's a cliche a lot of people toss around like some kind of hardened, seasoned warrior of internet usage, like, nothing gets under my skin or gives me the heebie-jeebies anymore. Been around too long. And then light up a fucking cigar or something. Like, I know a lot of people say that, but it's just very rare that I find a video that actually unnerves me. And a couple days ago, I found one of those rare cases where a video actually is just so yucky that it put, like, the fear of God back in me when it came to, like, internet gross-out content. And it wasn't, like, a planned shock video. We're not talking about, like, you know, Goatsy, Lemon Party, or any of the classics or anything, or New Age shock videos. What it was a man in Paris set up cups around a location that people were using to publicly urinate. And the cups people would go up and pee in. And then he would scoot in there like a thief in the night, take the cup, drink it, and set it back down and waddle away, waiting for more people to fill his goblet. And then once it was filled with more strangers' piss, he'd come right back in and claim his prize once more. It is so foul. It is revolting. I'm not going to show you the video itself because I'm sure that would be a terms of service violation on YouTube. It is very clearly sexual. There's no way this guy is drinking strangers' piss for nutritional benefits or because it tastes yummy. It is very much some kind of unreal fetish that I've never even heard of just drinking strangers' pee-pee. But I'll show you what he looks like. So this is the Tinkle Goblin, and he's got multiple cups set up waiting for people to fill it with piss. And I'll show you him about to claim his trophy. This is him approaching the cup in one of the videos here, and he drinks pretty much all of it because he doesn't want to waste any of that sweet nectar that he works so hard to collect here in his cup. In the video, you can see two men pissing into that cup at the same time. They are turbocharging it. Like, it is actual urine. It's not like some kind of staged video. This isn't like a fake CGI experiment or anything, I don't think. It's all one continuous shot from a guy that is just filming from inside of the building and catching this guy in the act, drinking strangers' urine. He sets up these, like, booby traps for piss, so that way he can drink it. It's so weird and gross. I don't even really understand why it's so disgusting to me. I've definitely seen objectively more disturbing and gross videos, but there's something about the repeated nature of him doing this and the idea that he does this often. Because, like I mentioned, in this video there is once again another cup that he has strategically placed to catch more piss, but that one's empty, so he must have already had his fill. But, like, it might be more than just these two cups. He might have cups all around the city. He could be like a Batman tier villain who's trying to suck Gotham dry of their piss. Like, it's just so bafflingly weird and gross to watch him drink all of it after watching the men piss into the cup. It's strange. It's just so odd. I'll show you clips where I talked about it on stream with chat, and we just kind of went over it for a little while. Again, don't show any of the clips of it because I do think it would be a violation of the rules too, but man, is it wild. You see about the guy in Paris stealing strangers' pee to drink? That is actually shocking that you mentioned that because I still have that video pulled up in a tab. It is one of the most bafflingly disgusting videos I have ever watched in my life. Like, it's on the same level as, like, my initial impression of Two Girls, One Cup. Like, the emotions I felt watching that for the first time, I felt again when I watched this video a few days ago. It's so gross. And there's a cup that's filled with fluid. And some old guy walks up to it, fucking chugs it, like literally just sculls this bitch, drinking all of the stranger's piss, and puts it back down as like this communal urinal, and then he walks away. So I believe this guy sets a cup down in a position where people will like piss in it, like if they have to publicly urinate, and he collects it all in this chalice, and then he goes and collects it every now and then to drink. It's so wild. Like, someone like that exists. Not only do they exist, but they're part of the same species as the rest of us. Like, I don't know what has to go wrong in someone's brain to lead to that. Also, in the video, there are people that are visibly peeing into the cup. I totally forgot about that in the beginning. There's two guys that are crossing streams on the cup, like the Ghostbusters with their proton beams. So two dudes are literally pissing in the cup right when the video starts. And then about a minute later, the old guy walks over, he's got a plastic bag, he reaches down, he picks up the cup, and he just fucking goes to town. He just goes to town. Sets it back down, walks away. And I imagine, if you haven't seen this video, I bet you have a mental image of what this guy looks like in your head, and I bet you are right on the money with what he actually looks like. He looks like a piss drinker. You look like the piss boy. Well, I mean, like, he actually just does, though. Like, he looks like he's just up to no good at all times. What's even weirder, though, is that this whole area seems like it's a designated piss pot. Because there's also another guy who's near the cup but not on it that's just urinating too. And it's just in public. Is that not like a crime or something in Paris? Public urination? You know it had to be sexual. It is. It is very clearly sexual. No one's drinking strangers' urine for the flavor or fun. This is some kind of weird fetish. Can't find the video. What's it called? So it's on Reddit. It's called "Man Sets Up Cups for People to Piss In and Drinks Them." Is it possibly fake? It'd be quite a wild fake, because it's a continuous shot here. From the men peeing in the cup to the man walking over to the cup and drinking it. That would be a pretty impressive fake. And it'd be a weird thing to fake, because they get actually nothing out of it. People don't usually piss in the street like that. This video was taken during one of the biggest public protests in 50 years. Oh, is that why there's so many people here urinating on this building? I guess that would make more sense. So he's getting angry pee. Maybe this is part of his protest. I'm gonna keep drinking urine until you revert the retirement age changes. And you can't stop me. I'm gonna keep doing it. You better change your ways. But here, I'll bring this part down. This shouldn't be toss. So this is him leaving the scene of the crime there. But you can see all like the piss drivel streaks everywhere. It's, oh my god, it's so fucking revolting. It's so bad. I wonder how many bait cups he has scattered throughout the area, because this is probably not his only spot. He's probably dropped cups in all of like the hot spot corners of public urination. So that's where he's running to right now to go claim his prize from another area. He's like a fisherman with like lobster pots, so he's going to collect his his haul. The guy filming it showed an empty one under the window. No, that was that one, I'm pretty sure. It was just before the other two guys came in and defiled it. Well, not even defiled it, it's exactly what he looked for. Fed him. Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Nice. That's cool. No, that's the shit cup. Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe the one in the corner over there was for pee and the other one's for poop. Right. You might be onto something. Like a rain catcher. No, that makes sense. Now it's all coming together. Now he doesn't even seem crazy anymore. Almost 4 years ago now, I made a video talking about one of the greatest stories the internet has ever seen. It's the story of one man's never-ending quest to receive an umbrella that he backed on Kickstarter. This adventure is a dark look into the human psyche as we follow our protagonist Michael Superbacker in his holy crusade to finally get the umbrella that he is owed by a Kickstarter scam that he was foolish enough to believe in. This journey teaches us how far the human spirit can go before it breaks, and begs the question to all of us, what does it mean to never give up? The year is 2014. Charles White is a sophomore in college on the verge of losing his virginity. Michael Superbacker is an umbrella enthusiast who just happens to stumble across a very popular shit-starter campaign for something called the Air Umbrella. Now, Michael's no Mary Poppins, but he can appreciate the finely crafted microphone stand design of the umbrella. It also kind of looks like the Hitachi vibrating wands that you see in porn pretty often, and no doubt this helps pique Michael's interest in the project. After showing 3D models they threw together in Maya in 10 minutes, they finally give a demonstration of the prototype, and Michael's blown away. Blocking water with air, just like something out of Avatar: The Last Airbender, he thinks to himself, and that finally seals the deal. He puts a lot of money into the project. Giddy with excitement, with an estimated delivery date right around the corner, Michael's wet dreams start turning to nightmares as he has nothing to catch all that moisture with. The Air Umbrella misses its estimated delivery date, and misses it again, and again, and again. And then it became a never-ending quest for Michael Superbacker to get a refund or get the Air Umbrella, and he wasn't settling for anything that wasn't one of those two options. The video I initially made covering this sad story was 3 years after the initial scam, $100,000 vanishing overnight with no refunds given to anybody, the comment section on the Kickstarter filled with very unsatisfied people upset that they're not getting the umbrella and they're not getting their money back, and after a couple of years, they start to fizzle out until only one remains, and that is Michael Superbacker. Michael is a man of focus, commitment, and sheer will, a force of nature so powerful not even the air umbrella could stop him. And Michael is still going. It has been 3 years since my first video talking about this, and now it is 7 years since the initial scam took place, and he hasn't given up yet. So let's pick up where we left off 3 years ago in the manga. Michael Superbacker 3 years ago starts to notice that people are supporting him. He doesn't know where, but decides he's going to create a YouTube account to document this journey, this adventure. He then starts putting poems and lyrics from his favorite songs into the comments, hoping his very best to just get the attention of someone who accidentally logs into the Air Umbrella Kickstarter page. Scrolling up, it's kind of like reading those notebooks you'd find on ghost ships where the captain starts to go insane and starts writing gibberish at points. But Michael maintains a level head. He knows his mission. He is driven for one ultimate goal. This has been a 7-year-long war in the comments section, and all of Michael's comrades, his warriors in arms, his champions, his friends, his brothers and sisters, they have all left him alone on this battlefield now, in this barren wasteland of the Air Umbrella Kickstarter comments. It's like something out of the fucking Fallout universe. And then, out of nowhere, a glimmer of hope. Dean. Big bad Dean. A new challenger has entered the battle. A new, strange face pops their playful little head out of the gopher's hole and starts talking in the comments section. By this point, Michael hasn't had human contact on this page in over 4 years, so he's panicking. He doesn't know how to handle this. This is someone new, a stranger in a weird place. Like a caveman seeing fire for the first time, Michael, a bit frightened but also interested, lets Dean have the floor. Biggest ass in the world. I've been robbed, and no refund has been given. I've contacted Kickstarter, and they are disgraced too. Just a little PSA, a little heads up, Kickstarter never does shit in these cases. I've never seen Kickstarter do anything when it comes to a fucking blatant scam like the Air Umbrella. Honestly though, let me just get this out there. I think Air Umbrella should just come forward and make a special umbrella for Michael in particular, like a sign from the whole team that scammed him with like a little smiley face at the end. Just give the man a fucking umbrella. I don't care if you just buy it from Walmart, just send this man an umbrella. Or just give him some money back. But anyway, back to what Dean's saying. They insist I have to contact the creator, who has ignored every form of contact I have made. Yeah, that's Kickstarter. Basically, it's, yeah, we're not going to do anything. Why don't you talk to the guy that fucking scammed you? I'm sure he'll be reasonable to give your money back. Great policy from Kickstarter. I will never use Kickstarter again. I've switched to Indiegogo.com, and frankly, the creator, the thieving, lying tosser, can go run and jump. That was an extremely sad sentence to read. God bless Dean's soul. Jesus Christ. I guarantee he's a lot more unhappy now since going to Indiegogo. If you can believe this, Indiegogo actually has more scams on it than Kickstarter. I would argue like 90% of everything you see on Indiegogo never existed in the first place and will never come out. They genuinely have the stupidest people using that platform and the dumbest fucking most blatantly obvious scam artists abusing it. I have seen so many projects with over $1 million in funding with an idea that quite literally can't exist in this fucking dimension. They'll say something about how we invented a way of creating water using nothing but my wet farts and Mozart's music, and it'll have like 50,000 backers for over $1 million, and then all of them are shocked when it never releases. This platform offers a really innovative tool for douchebags, scumbags, scam artists to use called a flexible goal. I won't get too deep into the weeds of it, but when you see a flexible goal on Indiegogo, just know that something shady's probably going on there. I think that whole fucking site sucks. It preys on the extremely gullible and vulnerable people, so I feel really bad for Dean, who thought that that was like a good alternative to Kickstarter. What should have happened with Dean here is he'd be like, oh my god, I got scammed on Kickstarter, they're clearly doing nothing about it, maybe I should stop investing in crowd-funded garbage. That should have been the thought process, but instead he went to just go get scammed somewhere else. That'd be like if I got scammed in RuneScape. Oh shit, I just gave this stranger my rune armor because he said he'd trim it for free, but he didn't do it. Fuck. I learned my lesson now. Time to go to this guy over here who's saying he'll double my gold if I give him all of my bank. That should work. And then being surprised when that also gets you scammed. It's just really sad. I feel bad for Dean. And just to finish off his statement, I hope you get what you deserve. Kickstarter also, you have failed to protect or even represent your backers. Your platform is one that has entirely let me down. I will not touch with a barge pole in future. Bye bye, go to hell. You and the creator are a match made for each other. Dean's very upset, understandably so. This was a big scam. 100 grand in the fucking toilet, right down the fucking shitter. And Dean was an unfortunate victim of it. I am a little surprised that he waited 5 years to make this statement. Like, I feel like after the first year of constant missing the deadline, you'd be like, okay, this fucking sucks. I've clearly been lied to about this project, but this guy, he's got the patience of some kind of Zen master. He waited 5 years the entire time believing that it's right around the corner. I'm sure it'll be delivered any day now. Probably looking out his window every morning for the FedEx truck to come by with his air umbrella. But it just never happened. And then finally, after 5 years, he's like, yep, this was a scam. But anyway, Michael, after seeing signs of life in the comment section, once again lets out a triumphant, "Oh shit, they pissed off another air umbrella enthusiast. Looks like I'm not the only one. Stay strong, Dean. I will find us an umbrella one day." And I guarantee Michael will at some point. It may take 10 years, may take 10,000 years, but I fucking believe Michael will finally either create an air umbrella himself or discover one in like some kind of ancient Egyptian tomb or something. It's on its way. Michael and Dean will be avenged. As the years go by, Michael continues on the grind, looking for updates, trying to connect with other people that have been scammed. You see we're at day 1657 of the captain's log here. Then we get another encounter with a living, breathing human being who says, "I invoke my rights under Kickstarter's terms of use," and then just goes into this general statement. We've seen this a few times over the last 7 years of people believing that Kickstarter gives a fuck about their terms of use. This has never worked in the history of this website, and it never will, because this website just wipes its ass with its own terms of use. So you're not guaranteed a refund, and posting this doesn't help your chances. This is just an act of desperation from the scammed people, and it's really always just upsetting to look at, because I truly understand where they're coming from. They've lost a lot of money on this, and they just want it back. But probably won't ever happen, and this right here, it doesn't do anything. We continue through the timeline. A few other people pop their heads in here now and then. This person says no one's responsible for this scam. That couldn't be further from the truth. Whoever was behind the air umbrella is the one responsible for this scam. This wasn't like an act of God or like some kind of natural event of nature. Like, this was a coordinated scam from a team of people. They're absolutely responsible. Michael continues with some lyrics and some poems, hoping to lift the spirits up from anyone that's still a refugee here in the comment section, just desperately looking for a refund or the product. We're up to day 1753. Michael is still on the prowl. He's the only one here. Then Brian again comes with the invoking my rights for the Kickstarter terms. Again, falls on deaf ears. I actually wouldn't be surprised if no one works at Kickstarter. It's just kind of like a functioning machine, kind of like Skynet, but it doesn't think very hard. It's not a very smart machine. Another one here, invoking the rights for a full refund, doesn't work, but you have to at least appreciate them trying to offer their prayers to the Kickstarter gods. Another one coming through. So there was a little activity over the last 3 years, at least more than we'd previously seen. People finally starting to recognize that this was a huge scam and they want their money back. And now, 23 days ago, Michael makes his most recent post as of making this video, day 2474. Michael, from the front lines, reports, "It's still raining outside." God damn it. Michael is still out there, in the rain, cold, hungry, no umbrella to stop that rain from hitting him. It's just Michael out there now. Michael's the last one, still fighting for that fucking umbrella. It is tragic. It is a sad story, but a story that needs to be told nonetheless. Michael has been here for 7 years in the comments section. And I imagine he'll be there for 7 more. Because that shit is not coming. And there is a 0% chance Kickstarter does anything. They wouldn't spit on a dollar bill and send it to Michael. They probably wouldn't even apologize to him for this shit happening on their platform. Kickstarter wouldn't piss into his mouth if he was dying of thirst in the desert. They do not care. But again, this is just the nature of crowdfunding projects. You have to accept that a lot of them probably will not come out. Or if they do, they will probably not be as hyped up as they were in the original Kickstarter pitch. That's just the way it is. Sometimes they are very good, sometimes they're not scams, but a lot of times, face it, they are. And this is one of those cases. It's easy to forget that when a scam happens, real people are affected. People like Michael and the other people we've seen throughout this 7-year comment section. It is unironically a very sad thing. And yeah, just wanted to check in here with Michael. That's about it. See ya. Dude, I fucking love the strongmen in this world. I watch a lot of Juji, Tom and Juji. I love seeing the shit these guys do.
That's why everybody.
They can't wipe their own asses. I don't know if you're joking or not, but a friend of mine actually can't clap because his pecs are so big.
That Peter Francisco did.
Who the fuck is Peter Francisco?
Pick up and shoulder an 1,100-pound cannon and carry it.
What?
A battlefield.
Bullshit, he did that. Peter Francisco is a liar.
I want to make sure that.
What did you read that on? Peter Francisco's Tumblr blog? His fanfic?
Really look up.
Now, Brian Shaw is a fucking monster. If he can't do it, then not even Thanos can.
Come on, Brian, don't you stop!
Oh, he's making it look easy. What is that, 50 pounds? 15 pounds? That's nothing.
It's up! Yes!
Shaw's coming raw, baby.
Yes!
Yeah! Fuck yeah! I'm gonna go jerk off into a sink and puke.
I actually felt a little bit like.
Alright, I gotta look it up. If they're gonna keep referencing fucking Peter Francisco as if he's Hercules, I at least gotta know who he is. They're gonna believe a guy that looks like this? You're telling me this man carries 1,100-pound cannons on his shoulders? This guy looks like a Twitter warrior. Bullshit, Peter Francisco's carrying anything more than emotions. Fucking sensitive ass looking motherfucker. No way. No fucking way. I'm into this strongman shit now. I want to see more. Today they'll be carrying 5 airplanes. Who the fuck is Paul Anderson now? Alright, we've already fact-checked on Francisco Roberto IV Chodius, or whatever his name was. I already forgot. Peter Francisco. Let's see Paul Anderson. Okay, this guy looks like he can lift some mean meat. Yeah, this guy might actually be a meat lifter for sure. Yeah. I don't know who these soft soy boys are, but this guy, that guy looks like he pumps meat.
I wouldn't call it 4 times world's strongest.
To be fair, this is a really stupid challenge. This is a dumb one. They just lifted 2,700 pounds and now they're ripping cards.
So,
Right, let's go to a real strongman challenge. Here we'll be carrying an entire Vikings warship using only our forearms. Can you tear a fleshlight?
Oh my god.
Oh, I like that idea. Get a strong man to come over and put him to like my kind of tests. Can you tear a fleshlight? Can you jerk me off without me coming in your face? Put him to like real tests. I think that's a good idea. Have my own show. Juji would probably try that. I don't think Juji would jerk me off. I wouldn't even let him. I have way too much respect for him.
Alright, so what we got here?
Not that I don't respect the people that do jerk me off. That's not what I'm saying, but it's just, you know, you wouldn't ask your idol to jerk you off, you know what I mean?
Average man.
I'm right here.
He's here.
That's not average man, that's average Chad. Look at that hair.
Like I did with Michelle.
He does it with ease. Just shoulder pressing it. Oh, this is easy.
No, you're not. Well,
They make Nick go first on all of these. Literally every single one of these, Nick has gone first.
Wow, that's gonna be really.
I can't think of a single one he hasn't gone first on, off the top of my head.
There's no way to actually.
Let's make sure it's safe. If Nick dies, we know not to do it.
So it's gonna
fucked
be a
up.
very difficult job.
shot now.
What? That just looks like you're trying to break your neck.
Good job. Log out.
Do I know any other languages? No, just English and gamer, really. Those are the only 2 I'm fluent in. Oh, he looks so happy and casual lifting that. Are those fake weights, huh? You cheating up there, Robbie?
Why don't we go to like 1,500? How about that?
Yeah! Woohoo!
What do you guys think?
Let's do 3,000!
I'm in.
Fuck yeah! We added a small Tesla to the bottom. Oh god, that just looks painful for everything. Yep, Nick has once again injured himself. Jesus Christ.
Feel your feet? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what 1,600 pounds will do to you.
I was worried very, very badly
Dude's fucking slapping him on the back like he's trying to burp a baby.
So what's the lowest jump?
Just let Nick have it. He just killed himself for it.
Let's do it.
Let's add 27 pounds, guys.
No, boo. Let Nick win, please. He earned it.
Let's go, B.
2,000 pounds already? Oh, come on, please. I hope Brian fucks it up. I want Nick to win. Snorting coke won't be enough. The coke never is. It's an ephemeral high. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. No. Fuck. He just fucking falls forward over the railing, passed out.
The best.
That man's entire back split in half, and he is still moving just fine. That guy's an animal. He hurt himself on 4 out of 5 of the ones we've watched so far. And he is still fucking pumping dick in these weights. Fingers of steel? How can I say no? No, this isn't a custom player-created wrestler in a WWE game. This is a real human being about to do some real stupid shit.
Alright, first time ever, we're gonna try to slay one of these giant buffalo with this katana cold steel machete.
That's right, this is the Buck Medley, masculinity's apotheosis, evolution's greatest achievement, the eater and breather of testosterone. And he's out here using that beautiful cold steel katana machete to suck some asshole and stab some fish. And he's all out of asshole sucking.
Just out from cold steel, shape of a katana, excellent killing sword. We're gonna try to get out in this buffalo swarm and see if we can stab a giant buffalo with this katana cold steel machete.
Now, the man's not doing a great job of explaining exactly what he's trying to catch out here. It's not the buffalo you're thinking of, it's an ichthyobus, which is known as a buffalo fish. He's not coming out here and slaying special ops buffaloes that are snorkeling in the stream. It is indeed fish.
First time ever been done. Let's see what happens.
Shit, I can't imagine why this would be the first time it's ever been attempted. It can't be because it's a stupid fucking idea. No, that just wouldn't make any sense. What an achievement being the first one to try and hunt fish with a katana. That's definitely a merit that needs to make its way onto this guy's Tinder bio. The pussy will just not stop flooding in. So now the video is 2 minutes of uninterrupted nothing, just this fucking imbecile standing in the river looking like the product of a Dragon Ball Z fusion between a soccer mom in her midlife crisis and a Neanderthal. Now this is an important point I need to make. He does actually catch a fish, spoiler alert. I expected it to be a stuffed fish as some type of publicity stunt or something, as maybe a joke, since this is from the Cold Steel YouTube channel officially. But no, he actually does kill a fish with the katana here to try and sell this product as some type of hunting tool or a fishing device, I guess. I don't understand the logic behind this demonstration. Shit, hey, sorry boys, it looks like I forgot my fishing rod, but luckily I remembered to pack my cold steel katana machete. I never leave home without it. I'll use this instead. It's just downright fucking stupid, ridiculous, and sick. Now we approach the climax of this Avengers movie and his beautiful hair flowing in the wind fresh from the salon. He catches a whiff of something and he strikes. He just fucking lunges with the same furiosity as a child throwing a 6-pound bowling ball down the lane. Congratulations, inbred Flintstone, you caught one. I really wish the water had swept him away. That poor fucking fish got attacked by the one thing it could have never expected. The one weapon it could have never properly trained against. A fucking katana wielded by Dog the Bounty Hunter's anime-loving little brother. I'm stopping the video here. It goes on, but it's just him disrespecting the fish he just stabbed. He does everything shy of fucking teabagging the fish like a Halo kill. It's just insulting, and it's disturbing to watch, really. And Cold Steel should really be ashamed of this video that they posted so proudly. Just a fucking stupid video all around with stupid people in it. Buck Medley probably tries to stab clouds to prevent the rain. But yeah, I mean, that's it. So yeah. Hello there. I'm Buck Man Cream. During the day, I'm a professional rim job therapist, but by night, I'm a contender for the world's best breath holder. I've always believed that people were put on this planet with a purpose, a higher calling, and I've finally found mine. I've trained my whole life to be the world's best breath holder, to be the top athlete in this sport. My family was never supportive of this career path. My father used to laugh in my face and tell me to hold his nuts. Well, who's laughing now, Dad? I won't hold those nuts, but I will hold my breath. I've put my body through the world's toughest workout programs, trained with the best in the business. I've studied every discipline of martial arts. I've trained like an Olympian for years leading up to today. I've eaten nothing but kale, protein bars, protein shakes, all in preparation for when I would finally take this world record. The current world record is 22 minutes and 22 seconds. I would have broken it last year, but I was ineligible for competition due to injecting bath salts. I'm clean now, and I'm ready to get back in the action. So buckle your seatbelts, 'cause I'm coming in hot. World record's 22 minutes. Game time. That was close. Personal best. Look. There's like a bunch of like soap scum and like dish shit in there. It's burning my eyes and mouth. It's close. I'm gonna try again. Oh my god. I should have cleaned that out better. Oh great. Dirty dish towel too. Looks like some dirty water. That's okay. Holy shit. I don't have a wetsuit, so I'm using a Care Bear suit that I dressed as for Halloween as a substitute. Right, start the timer now. Water's really hot. That's okay. Start the timer again. Oh my god! What kind of sewage is being pumped through this apartment complex? We'll chalk this one up to needs more training and practice. I'll get that world record one day. Buck Man Cream signing out. A little waterlogged over here. Can you grab me a towel? What's up everybody, it's Critical. I want you to forget everything you think you know about men. You didn't know what a real man looked like until right now. Now you're looking at a real man. This is what evolution wanted the XY chromosomes to look like. This guy is the definition of masculinity, the epitome of testosterone. You think you're a man because your wiener can get up to 6 inches? Fuck you. This man's womb room is 6 inches flaccid. You think you're a man because you have some hair on your scrotum? Fuck you. This man's scrotum is made out of hair. Probably looks like a fucking Karibo from Yu-Gi-Oh! This is a man. You are a boy. I thought I was a man. I now realize I'm a boy. You think you've seen men in movies or in real life? No. All you've ever seen are boys. Nay, toddlers, compared to this Adonis. This Greek god of a man. I'm just gonna go ahead and play the video so you can see what I mean.
What's up, Facebook? So I'm in a bathroom right now in an airplane. And I have a guy sitting next to me that thinks he owns the armrest.
You got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna get between this man and his armrest. He'd snap me in half. He'd eat my tits. He looks like a goofy Lex Luthor. You gotta feel bad for whatever homunculus dared take the armrest from this man. I pity him.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try to get some video of me showing that if he wants to tussle with the muscle, he's gonna get it. So I'm gonna bump him off and hopefully I get it on camera.
Someone better have made funeral arrangements for that poor soul using the armrest, because his arm's about to get bumped into oblivion. He's gonna bump him, dude's just gonna fucking combust. This sociopathic Howie Mandel ain't fucking around. Like he said, you just don't tussle with the muscle. Did you fucking see that impact? I'm surprised the plane didn't catch fire. That is the power of CrossFit Gamma. You too, if you take CrossFit classes, can bump the arm of a sleeping gentleman right off of the armrest. I also love the victim of this man's brutal bumping, his reaction. It's beautiful. He's just so stunned and confused and perturbed. It's just this flurry of emotions, and it all just leads back to why. What was the purpose, you know? I absolutely love how crossfitting Patrick Stewart pretends to be asleep so that way it doesn't have to be any confrontation between the two of them over his actions. And you can just tell that his heart is racing. Oh no, please don't say anything about it. It was a power move. Don't call me out on it, please. I'm just going to pretend to be asleep. It's super pathetic. If you're going to commit to this, you might as well go all the way. Just bump his arm off, stare him dead in the eyes, maybe even stimulate your nipples or something. Be like, yeah, I just bumped your arm off, pussy. What are you going to do about it? You going to touch my penis about it? Is that what you're going to do? You know, just fucking stand your ground then. If you're going to be an asshole, commit to being an asshole. Don't pretend to just be some passive dude, oh, I just fell asleep and bumped your arm off, when you're hyping yourself up in the bathroom. But anyway, yeah, that is a real man for you all, and that's it. See ya.